What's up everybody, Bunga here. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, we talk about all things Japan. And today, we are in Shibuya. Now, if it's your first time in Shibuya, you may find it quite overwhelming. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on here, and a lot of noise, a lot of lights. You may be wondering, where should you go eat? What is there to sightsee, and what exactly is there to do here anyways? But no worries, in today's video, we're here to talk about all those things. Grab a pencil and a paper and do take notes. There's something here for everybody. You definitely will want to add this to your itinerary to help you make the most out of your next visit to Shibuya, Tokyo. So with that, let's go. An ideal day in Shibuya would be like this. Sightseeing first, lunch second, and then after that, spend the rest of the day just shopping. So let's start with sightseeing. After exiting out the Hachiko exit, the first thing you're going to find is Hachiko Square. And there you're going to find the famous Hachiko statue. Yep, that's the dog statue. Now, if you're wondering why this dog statue is so famous, it is based on a true story. Hachiko used to follow his master to the station, and he would wait for his master to come home from work, and then they would go home together. Sadly, one day, master passed away, but Hachiko kept coming to the station every single day until the day he passed away. There is actually historical footage of when Hachiko actually passed away. So the story of Hachiko is a very famous story here in Shibuya, and I believe that's the lure, and that's why everybody always takes pictures with Hachiko. Next on the itinerary, you're probably going to visit the famous Shibuya Crossing. If you want to see it at peak, it's best to come during the evenings. And there's several points of interest where you can actually see the crossing from. Most people either they're at the Starbucks, or there's a little bridge that goes across, or there's the locked-in, or my favorite place is this little coffee shop right over here. Yep, that little coffee shop. Order pancakes, watch the crossing, and just kind of like relax for the rest of the day. Our next place to go visit after we visit Hachiko and the crossing is to go visit some shrines. This is located on the east side of Shibuya Station, and this place is known as Hachimangu Jinja. Also right next to another little shrine called Toyokasa Inari Shrine. Hachimangu Jinja is the main bigger shrine with the main hall. It's a very small neighborhood little shrine that you can visit. Not as big as like Sensoji or Meiji Jingu, but it's a tiny little shrine, which I think is very, very unique. The other neat thing that I like about Hachimangu Jinja that there's also a little museum with some neat little artifacts. And of course, some other interesting things that you can just see on the ground. Very, very beautiful place. It's very, very quiet. There's not too many people. It's a great place to come sit down and relax. Adjacent to Hachimangu Jinja, we also have another smaller shrine. It's called Toyokasa Inari Shrine. And I think one of the things that really stands out about this place are the many tiny little gates that you can actually walk through, which is actually quite neat. And it's just a cool little place to just kind of get away from all the busyness of the west side of Shibuya Station. And then you come over here on the east side, it's very, very quiet. So I would say this is a great place to start the morning. Another fun place to visit over on the east side of the station, really hard to find. This is Tokyo Lips. It's just a pair of lips that says Tokyo underneath it. But if you're visiting Tokyo for the first time, it's the perfect place to take up a photo op. Usually I take people here on my photo walking tours to come take photos here. But definitely Tokyo Lips. So this is located on the east side of Shibuya Station. All right, so we just got done sightseeing. We had a lovely morning in Shibuya, and now you're probably hungry, and you've definitely built up an appetite. So the question is, where do you want to eat? And I tell you what, there are so many places that you can eat in Shibuya. It all depends on what you are in the mood for. You want something like, say, not Japanese? How about this place? This place is called Kebab Chef. They do kebabs. They're pretty good. Maybe you don't feel like that. Maybe you want something more Japanese. You want sushi, you want chicken, you want beef. There's definitely something here for everybody. If you like drinking, there's a place here called Nombe Yokucho, but Nombe Yokucho is not open until after 5 o'clock. And that's mainly for people who like to drink. So if you like to drink, there's a little place here called Nombe Yokucho. And then another place that you can probably eat at if you really want something yummy, like chicken. This is one of my favorite places. This place is called Tori Kake. It's been here in Shibuya for over 60 years. They get some of the best cuts of chicken. They get fresh chickens in the morning, they chop them all up, and then they serve those throughout the day. And they do have some of the best chicken liver. Now, if you're not in the mood for chicken, you want something more like beef, how about this place? This is Kiwamiya. This place does beef. It's located in the Parko in a place called the Chaos Kitchen. Now, you will have to end up waiting in line there for quite some time. Probably have to wait anywhere from half an hour to an hour. So you want to wait an hour for lunch. you can go right ahead. They usually open right at 11, so if you get there right before 11, maybe you don't have to wait so long. They do these beef patties. If you like beef and beef is your fancy, more like a ground beef is what you're gonna find here. All right, so if none of these places tick your fancy, maybe you want something like ramen. That's always up my alley. I'm always down for a good bowl of ramen. And you know what? In Shibuya, you can always find many good bowls of ramen. So check out these places here. This place is Mini Hibiki. I found this in my ramen magazine, and they do like a creamy ramen dipping noodle. Another place that does dipping noodles is this place. It's called Menya Musashi. And Menya Musashi does the big fat noodles with the big old fat chunky pieces of pork. And I would say if you're hungry and you like your noodles with a lot of bite, I would say this place is absolutely fantastic. This little place over here is kind of hidden in a weird place. It's called a Kiraku. They actually are an award-winning ramen shop also, and they have some super tasty ramen. I ordered it with some gyoza, so it's a really good place. Now, you usually have to probably wait in line, about a 10-15 minute wait, so I would say it's a pretty popular place amongst the locals. And the other place that I really like here, this one is called Samurai Ramen. Samurai Ramen, I think my favorite thing about Samurai Ramen is they do their bowls of ramen with a little bit of jalapeno peppers. Super, super tasty. One more thing, if you like sushi, there's Kuda Sushi, there's Sushiro here, and there's another place called Uebe Sushi. These are usually the 3 sushi places you can choose from. Usually Kuda Sushi and Sushiro are usually the busiest, but Uebe is probably definitely the most local. And if you're gonna be asking me, you would always find me in the little back streets where Uebe lies. That's one of my favorite places to go have sushi. We haven't even gotten started with the sweets. Oh my goodness, how about the sweets? There's this place called Rolled Ice Cream. This place is pretty good. There's always a line and they make it fresh right in front of you. Definitely a good place to have ice cream on a nice day. This place here is known as Shibuchika. And then down over here, there's a place called the Anderson Bakery, and next to it is another place called Sazae. Sazae does mochi. Probably definitely does some of the best mochi, I think, in Tokyo. Definitely one of my favorite places to get a good mochi, but that's just my taste buds. My favorite thing here is the Goma Ohagi. That's the mochi with the roasted kinako. On the outside, it's like a little brown powder. So good. So I believe those are just some of the snacks that you can hit up here. So there's so many wonderful places that you can eat at in Shibuya. Really, you can take my suggestions, or you can probably just take the time to just walk around this area. And if you see anything that looks good, just go and try it out, because everything here is actually quite tasty. So there you go. That's all the food that you can find in Shibuya. That's enough to get you started. Just to get you started. Remember, don't be afraid to come here and explore on your own and discover food. So after you've had lunch and you've had plenty of stuff to eat, the next thing you want to do is gonna go shopping. So with that, let's go shopping. All right, so we've had quite an eventful day here in Shibuya. You've done sightseeing, you've done eating, and now it's Shibuya night and you're ready to go shopping. When it comes to shopping, this all is gonna depend on you and what you are gonna be looking for. So if you're looking for fashion and you're looking for clothes, the places that I would definitely recommend is you either go to the 109 directly from the Shibuya Crossing. When you're crossing it, you'll see a little place that says 109. The Uniqlo up behind the 109 is a pretty good place to hit up. Also, Uniqlo is pretty much for all of us. And for those of you who want to go shop and get some good bargains on some pretty good clothes, another place that you can go shopping if you're looking for some brand goods and things like that is a place called Miyashita Park. If you go to Miyashita Park, you can find all the brand stuff here. If you are into brand goods, Miyashita Park is a place to go. If you're looking for pretty much like vintage anime and manga goods, there's a place called the Mandarake. The Mandarake, it's down basement level. You got to go down some of these very steep steps. But if you go to the Mandarake, you can find some vintage anime and manga goods also. So the next place we're going to go, there's a little place called the Parco. The Parco is definitely the place where you want to go to find some of the good stuff. All you Nintendo gamers at the Parco on the 6th floor. We have the Nintendo shop. If you love Pokemon, we also have the Pokemon shop up there also. If you're also into like just Japanese games, Japanese comics, Capcom was up there. Jump Comics is the one that makes the One Piece comics. And they also have a shop that's right next to Nintendo up there also. And you can find a whole bunch of other cool things up on the 6th floor at the Parco. And I would say out of all the places that you go and wander around in Japan, you can find some of the best deals here in Don Quixote. If you're looking for some goods, this is the place to be. Just to make sure, you probably might want to save this to the end of your trip, because if you're going to be loading up your suitcases, you're going to be filling up with a lot of stuff that's going to come from here, especially if you're looking for like souvenir snacks and all that good stuff, and just weird, quirky things and all that. So that's the Megadon right behind me, all right? That's where we want to go find your souvenirs. Well, I hope you had a fun time. That was pretty much our day in Shibuya. We did a little bit of sightseeing, we've done a little bit of eating, and we've done a little bit of shopping. There are still so many places to explore here in Shibuya, and it's definitely a place that you can definitely spend a day in. So with that, I just want to say it's been truly a pleasure taking you out today and sharing you with just some of the things that you can find here in Shibuya. You watched all the way up to this point. Thank you for watching the whole video, I really appreciate. And if you found some great information that's going to help you when you come visit Japan today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and say like, and please share, comment, ask questions, because that really helps me out a lot. And if you're looking for more videos about Japan, if you want to know what to do in Shinjuku, or you're looking for the top 10 things, you can check out all my other videos on Japan, and these should definitely help you put together your itinerary. So with that, I want to say thank you. It's been truly a pleasure. Have a good day, and we'll see you in the next round in Japan.